Okay, so we have institutional ownership again, and there are volatility signals starting to surface within the immediate short-term timeframes. A macro closing candle alone could be responsible for an upside on this ticker. Let's pop open the charts for a better look inside. Welcome back to the channel on this Money Monday. This is ARCa, and let's dive in to ticker symbol GME. Let's kill them, team. What is up, you guys, and welcome back to the channel. Please do me a favor, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, do everything necessary to get this thing to live long, thrive, and survive. Let's go ahead and take a look at GME here, team. You know what? I'm going to go ahead and display to you a little something right over here, right? Take a look at this screen right here. So this is actually New York Angelo displaying that there is some institutional ownership regarding GME, right? So this is coming from a very reputable the institution, right? So this is Renaissance Technologies from the late Jim Simons. And I got to tell you, I am the biggest fan of the man himself, right? The legend, right? Jim Simons. So he actually had the Medallion Fund in Renaissance Technologies, and Renaissance Technologies just so happens to be one of the biggest performing hedge fund in the world, right? As of my knowledge, right? So yeah, they recently opened up risk on GME, and it came out in an SEC filing just about last week. So I'm going to go ahead and just be honest here. I did not actually find the SEC filings myself, so I'm going to go ahead and just trust that guy Kevin Malone there, because I know that he's reputable and he's been at it for quite a while. And also New York Angelo does his DD, so I assume that it is a real thing. So I'm just going to go ahead and leave it out there like that, be really transparent with you, but I'm just passing on the news just in case some of you haven't actually heard about that. Okay, so next thing that I'm going to show you here is actually the GME options sentiment, right? So presently we are at about $21.28 post market, and our max pain zone is actually landing at $21 flat. This means that we are above that threshold, and there could be positive sentiment. And as you can see right here, we are at a complete bullish sentiment right now, engulfing completely the bearish and the neutral sentiment, right? Take a look at this call. Take a look at this call total here, right? So this is 143,700 to 24,300 puts, and this is your bullish side, your bearish sentiment, and your neutral, right? Completely up and away. So let's go ahead and take a look at the open interest here for the GME asset, right? Let's go ahead and take a look at the term, and it looks like the highest open interest that we have right now is sitting at around 309,600 calls, right? And to the put ratio, then that's a huge put ratio, man. I'm gonna call the put ratio. Look at this, 100,000 puts all the way down here. And I mean, honestly, it doesn't look like puts are taking over in any of the terms at all. So very interesting there. So why don't we just go ahead and take a look at the matrix here and take a look at those October 18th. So there it is, right? We have 26,500 to 1,500 puts at the $25 strike, 18th of October expiry, which is this Friday, and it's looking pretty damn positive. Look at this, $30 strike, 25,380 to 889, and that is a very interesting fact here, not to mention that there are other thousands at higher valuations, right? Very bullish here, and I will say that this is an extremely awesome opportunity for us to take a look at a macro closure, right? And that macro closure is actually on the 5-month candle. So that 5-month candle, if you actually didn't see my post on Twitter X, I am displaying to you in, with pictures here, with screenshots over what could be happening with the 5-month close. So this was actually something that I just posted just yesterday, 21 hours ago, right? So this is what I said is GME is presently sitting at the exact position in linear volatility that it did before the run to the $80 zone. So this is 60 to 70% probability of a 30 to 50% prior bar pullback. This happens near the closure of the candle, right? So what I'm saying here is this: the 5-month candle is about 16 days and 19 hours to close. And that is giving us now the potentials of a pullback. So as we approach the closing of a major time frame, 5-month, this thing will tend to, the candles tend to decompress. So Let's go back to this right over here and show you once again. So this is the chart that I actually shared here, right? So the 50% prior bar pullback, which is, that existing 5-month bar, that would be sitting right here at $30.09. Yesterday, we were signaling at $20.83 that there's likely an upside to come. Today, we are now sitting at $21.33 at market close, right? Okay. Now, the volatility thing that I just mentioned to you is actually this. So we are sitting right at the exact same markings of the volatility lows on the weekly time frame that we did just before that run to $80. So we are presently sitting right there, right now. Then I can go ahead and display it to you on this chart right over here. Let's go to the weekly time and display to you in linear volatility exactly where that is by zooming in all the way. Check it out, team. Right in here, right? That's right where we were before. And you know what? We can go ahead and just get rid of that heat map in the background, right? So that we can just kind of concentrate on those colors. And what I did here to kind of focus on those colors was change this to maybe a more of a silver color, right? Something like this here, just so that we can observe what those bottom targets were. Look at this. Here are the signals right there. You see it here, right? I'm going to go ahead and draw a line because this is where it's at right now. Like this. Bam. Take a look at that. We're exactly at that point before we expanded to $80 and slight difference here. We are now in critical contraction due to this bar. We are now below 2.5% of critical volatility contraction, which means that the move coming up could be even more explosive. Not sure what's happening fundamentally, but why don't you just go ahead and let me know in the chat below, what could be happening for the GME asset? Looking pretty good, right? All right. So remember, team, the upside targets that I'm looking for on GME could be on that 5-month bar, and that could be leading towards a massive, massive, massive jump to $30, right? This is how you measure it. Just like this here. We got to show the, where is it? There we go. From the bottom of the bar all the way to the top of the bar and mark off that 50% range right about there, $30, right? Nice. So if that's the case, we could see actually a resistance range between the top of this bar here, right? That top of that bar has a lot to do with the closing valuation of this candle here. So we got to use confluence here, team. All right. So that would be our range of resistance right about this zone. I'd say right about here. 2968 to 2770 could be the upside probabilities here for GME in the immediate short term. We have 16 days to close this 5-month bar. It's going to decompress here pretty soon, team. Okay. Now, remember, team, I still have Wednesday, 2 days from now, I still have around 4 seats left for the ArcMastersCourse for the beginners charting and trading mentorship. I want you to get in touch with me. Make sure to get in the class. No more excuses, right? Reach out to me at ArcMastersCourse@gmail.com. I'll give you the disclaimer, the syllabus. Enroll now, because we're going to be starting the candle analysis, which is the official start to the beginners mentorship program. All right, guys, give me a call. Actually, it would be a Gmail, right? So anyway, team, I think this is a pretty good place to leave off. If any questions or concerns, you know where to reach me, right? Thank you so much, team, and we'll talk very soon. Please take whatever I do show and iterate within these videos as just a form of entertainment, as I cannot suggest for you to buy, sell, or hold any assets whatsoever. Ever. I need you to do your own due diligence and everything will be cool. But with that said, team, I wish you well, a very, very good rest of your night and or day, and I will catch you at the bell mañana. Adios, team.